Indian Council of Agricultural Research National Research Centre on Pig was established to bring an excellence in pig production, health and product processing through innovative research in order to provide technology backstopping for enhanced pork production, employment generation and poverty reduction among socially and economically weaker sections through the medium of pig husbandry. Institute has a mandate to undertake basic, strategic and applied research in the areas of pig production and health, including product processing and value addition through quality control measures and transfer of the evolved technologies to the client groups.
Piggery plays a very important role in rural livelihood and nutritional security for the people of the country. The pig production in India is coming up slowly, and at present the pig population in our country is 10 million roughly, which is required to be enhanced considering the great demand for pork and pork products in the entire country. The total requirement for pork and pork products in our country is roughly 0.93 million metric ton, but the present production is about 0.4 million metric ton. There is a tremendous requirement not only for the country as well as in the other South Asian and also East Asian country. The total pork production in the globes, out of which the 55% almost is produced in the China, and our contribution is only 1% at present. So we have to come up in a big way so that we can contribute significantly on the pork production as to meet the demand for the country people, as well as to also have the export of pork from our country to other parts as per their requirement. The hygienic pork production is very, very essential because the hygienic porks will have a premium price and this pork will have a better market. The ICR NRC on pig has established a state-of-the-art facility on slaughtering of pigs in a scientific way, and also the institute has a state-of-the-art facility for processing of pork to its different value-added products. All the facility of this institute is in certified ISO 9001. The required certification for slaughtering and processing facility also we have obtained, and that FSSI, HACCP and Pollution Control Board certificates we have.
Stringent personal hygiene measures are followed to prevent any possible post-slaughter contamination of the carcasses. It is high time to ensure hygienic pork production by following proper slaughter and processing practices to sustain consumer demand. As a step towards attaining this goal, ICAR NRC on pig has set up an R&D pork processing plant in the year 2011. The state-of-the-art slaughterhouse is fully equipped with all the modern equipments to replace the manual slaughter.
Traditionally, slaughter is a two-stage process which include stunning followed by sticking. However, in case of scientific pig slaughter, apart from stunning and sticking, other steps such as scalding, dehairing, evisceration, washing and splitting of carcasses are included. In this plant, we ensure proper pre-slaughter handling, follow proper withdrawal periods for the scheduled veterinary drugs and perform thorough antemortem inspection of slaughter pigs. The plant is HACCP certified with clear demarcation of all the critical control points during slaughter and further processing. Similarly, after slaughter, all the internal organs and the dressed carcasses are examined carefully for any abnormalities that might affect the fitness of meat as food. We invariably follow proper chilling of carcasses within 45 minutes of slaughter to ensure proper postmortem changes to happen in the carcass, wherein the muscle tissues will be converted to meat.
Ante-mortem inspection of pigs awaiting slaughter is practiced to produce hygienic meat and thus safeguard the health of consumers. Stunned pigs are shackled and raised to the overhead rail for bleeding. Carcasses are then subject to scalding by immersing into the scalding tank containing water at 70 degrees Celsius for 4 to 5 minutes, and the hairs are removed with the help of a dehairing machine. Cleaned carcasses are gambreled and subject to singeing, followed by scraping to remove small hairs. Evisceration is done by opening the abdominal and thoracic cavities to remove viscera and pluck. Eviscerated carcasses are thoroughly washed, cut off joints and split down to 2 halves through the vertebral column before fabrication. Post-mortem inspection of the slaughtered animals should only be carried out by authorized personnel who must legally clear safe meat for human consumption. After slaughter, the carcass goes to chilling room where meat is kept at 0 to 4 degrees Celsius to be cut into suitable size cuts and portions of convenience of trade and to provide meat as per consumer preference. Essential carcass quality parameters such as carcass length, loin eye area and back fat thickness are documented for grading purpose. Carcasses are cut into different sizes and shapes. Cuts of high value which have lower bone content and connective tissues could be sold at higher prices. Meat is packed and sealed into food-grade trays to prevent contamination and better presentation in trade. When packed meat is stored refrigerated at 4 degrees Celsius, it has a shelf life of 5 to 7 days. Stored at minus 20 degrees Celsius, meat has a shelf life of 3 to 4 months, and at minus 30 degrees Celsius, it can be stored up to 6 months.
These ICR NRC on pig have adopted all the scientific methodology. We have a better facility for incineration. We have a facility for disposal of the waste coming up from the slaughterhouse or from the processing units. And there will be no pathogen excretion from this institute to outside. This slaughter unit is attached with an effluent treatment plant. Whatever waste is going on, that has been treated through the effluent treatment plant. We have a incineration facility, and the solid waste are being treated and incinerated in the unit. For requirement of the hot water, we have established a solar unit, and that solar unit at temperature of about 70 to 80 degrees centigrade is coming. The slaughtering unhygienically at the village level is a concern, because of which this institute has developed a ladder technology so that the pork can be produced hygienically at the village condition. This ladder technology is required to be promoted at the village level so that farmers can use it economically and a safe hygienic pork is produced to the consumers. If the consumers are aware for safe food, then automatically the butchers are bound to go for hygienic slaughtering and selling of safe and hygienic pork to the consumers. Many diseases are now also coming because of the unhygienic slaughtering or unscientific slaughtering of pork and at the village level. And in fast food chain, some of the pathogens are escaping, like cysticercosis and other diseases which are communicable to human beings. So there are vaccines for controlling some of the diseases. We are also educating the farmers to vaccinate the animals against the zoonotic diseases. And course of time, if the farmers are motivated and for scientific farming, better quality pork will be produced in our country, and this better quality pork will have a better value-added products, and that will have a greater demand in course of time. There is tremendous scope for export potentiality, and good quality pork from this country is required to produce. This institute have validated the process or value addition of porks of different kinds, and they have been transferred to private partners to commercialize. The value-added pork products has a great demand because the consumers' taste have changed. The hygienic and scientific methodology is very essential so that consumers are safe, because many of the diseases can be transmitted from pork and pork products, and quality pork is essential for developing the value-added pork products. The animals, if they are reared scientifically, the porks which are produced also of quality, and they will have more meat and protein content, and these value-added products will be better for the consumers.
In India, people prefer to use the hot meat for their favorite preparations, which normally include curry products and the different traditional meat products. However, processed meat products have become popular in the market with increasing variety of the meat products. Their demand and the market value are also on the rise, which is a welcome sign for the meat producers, traders and the consumers. Value-added meat products provide several benefits. It adds food and nourishment to the otherwise ordinary meat. Even meat byproducts are used to encounter value to these products. It is easy to learn the matrix of producing such value-added meat products, and small industries can be cost-effectively set up for this purpose, and it can yield rich dividends.
Meat and fat separated from the bone are minced using meat mincer. Along with main components, that is meat and fat, a wide range of substances of non-meat origin are used as ingredients in processed meat products. Some of them are absolutely necessary, such as salt and spices. Others are used for specific products. The meat emulsion is prepared by chopping minced meat with salts, phosphates and chilled water to sticky mass, followed by adding fat, condiments, spices and binders in a bowl chopper. Chopping is done to get a desired emulsion consistency. Sausages are made by stuffing emulsion into casings using a sausage stuffer. For different sizes of sausages, different types of casings can be used. Stuffed casings are twisted for desired length into separate links. Salamis are prepared using large diameter casings and are clipped to wire loops using sausage clipper for better display. Burger patties are made out of raw emulsion and are molded into desired shapes using patty forming machine. To make ham, about 1,500 grams of emulsion is being filled into stainless steel ham mold, which is then placed in a cooking vat and steamed for about 1 hour. Restructuring process helps to provide chewability to the meat products. Curing process includes injection of brine into the meat chunks, tumbling under vacuum and controlled smoking in a smoke room. To prepare momos, pre-cooked pork is mixed with vegetables, salt and spices. This makes the filling and the cover dough is prepared separately. Small portions are filled in the cover, stuffed and then given a round shape. Sheikh kebab is made using about 40 grams of emulsion rolled on to iron rods in tubular fashion. It is then grilled at a high temperature over open fire or hot air oven by periodically rotating to ensure uniform heating. Pickling is an age-old technique to preserve meat without refrigeration. Pickle will have acidic pH using below 4.6, which is sufficient to kill most of the bacteria. Antimicrobial herbs and spices such as garlic, cinnamon and cloves are usually added to the pickle. Retort processing technology helps to produce shelf-stable pork curries, and such products can be kept at room temperature without deteriorating quality for over 6 months. Meat products are packed and sealed into food-grade trays to prevent contamination and better presentation in trade. When packed meat products are stored refrigerated at 4 degrees Celsius, it has a shelf life of 5 to 7 days. Stored at minus 20 degrees Celsius, meat products have a shelf life of 3 to 4 months, and at minus 30 degrees Celsius, it can be stored up to 6 months.
Analysis of the pork and pork products. We have unique machines, and all the value-added products are being analyzed regularly.
Stringent quality control tests of products are essential for protection of public health. Every batch of pork and pork products are subjected to different physico-chemical tests for qualities such as pH, rancidity, texture profiles, and nutritional profiling. Utmost attention needs to be paid during the production, storage, and transport of these products to maintain its quality and nourishment value.
We are promoting many entrepreneurs, and also we are giving training regularly the farmers as well as entrepreneurs so that they can take up the value addition of pork in a scientific way. We are trying to upgrade these R&D facilities for slaughtering and value addition of pork, and also we are trying to develop a quality assurance laboratory so that this laboratory is responsible for certifying the pork and pork products for export. We are hopeful that the assets created at the NRC on pig can play a very important role for educating the entrepreneurs so that entrepreneurs can take up pork processing plant in the form of an industry. Many more processing units are now required to meet the demand of the people of the country, and we are hopeful that educated youth or entrepreneurs can adopt the technology of the ICAR NRC on pig, and we are interested to train many more youth so that they can take the slaughtering and value addition of pork in a bigger way.